Hi, everybody. Just had some munchies at Del Taco. Del Taco. Got myself a Del Taco. And they have shrimp tacos on sale right now again. Love it when they have shrimp tacos. Like 2 for $6. Super tasty. But anyway, isn't that interesting? The images I was showing you that I realized were on my ears. And the thing about that I want to mention is because around this time, I was telling you a couple of days ago in the video, you can hear me still a little stuffed up. Around this time when everything's blooming again, the springtime, or the flowers and everything are coming out, I get allergies right here in my throat, and they go up to my left ear, and they kind of bother my left ear. Well, I had some antibiotics still left over from last year, and I took that last night. I can tell the difference. It's amazing. It's amoxicillin. So I was sitting there thinking, oh, okay. And then when I looked at my ears today, I'm like thinking, I wonder if that's why it's hard to lay on both of my ears now, because there's all these images and everything coming out. And they feel, both my ears feel really sensitive. Because I've always laid on my side, either side, ever since I was a child, all through life. And it's just the last couple of days, it's been, when I try to lay on my side, on my head, it bothers me. It's something about my ears. And then when I seen those images in my ears, I was like thinking, I wonder if it was feeling sensitive because of all these drawings coming out of my ears. Because on my cheeks and stuff, like yesterday, on my left cheek right here and stuff where these images are coming out, how do I say I can feel it? I can sense something's different because it's kind of itchy in a way. So I don't itch it. I just, before I'd be like, oh, what is going on? But now I just, it only itches for a little bit. So I'm like thinking, I wonder if these images are just changing. But again, I was always trying to figure out what it meant. But it's what I look up. It's called pareidolia. It's where the eyes and the brain can actually see images within things, within words, within. We can look up at the clouds and see shapes in the clouds. We can see shapes in article and like furniture and stuff like that. That might be coming out. Just things to throw out there, but it's PAREIDOLIA. So that's the perception. That's why when I was telling you, when I take pictures or when I look at the sun, I show you images of the sun with the camera. You can see images. I can see them. Nobody else leaves a comment or anything on any of these, so I don't even know if they can see them. I know when I show my brother, I'm like, check out these images. He goes, I don't see anything. And so it really got me thinking about that, to where it's like another sensory that we have as humans that nobody uses. And it's like anything, if you don't use it, you lose it. Or if you've never used it, you just don't even know it's there unless you practice at it and do it. I've been doing it for the longest time in my life. I mean, it's kind of like one of those things I've always been able to see when I was young. But it's like I'd seen a saucer, when I was young. I don't know, probably about 11 or 12. And I was pointing it up there. But the thing about it is my grandmother seen what I was talking about in the clouds, but my mother and my other two brothers couldn't see it. And I thought that was interesting because my grandma, when I look back about my grandmother, because my grandmother, pretty much um, has a relationship with Jesus, right, to where, you don't have to go to church, and all of her kids, right, you have to go to church, you can't do this, you got to do this and this. And she's like, no, Jesus is in the heart, you don't have to go to church. He's in our hearts. Wherever we go, he's there. You don't need to go bow down and worship into any of these things. So my grandmother would do it just to please them, right? Her daughters. And then again, it's just like the world programming. They program it to where you have to go into these houses that they made. But when you look at scripture in Exodus, it says, do not make or create anything. Nor wear, no bow down. And people bow down in these churches to, Jesus, which is a wooden idol or a statue, which they're treating him like an idol, like, all those kind of things. Anyway, I'm just getting off on a tangent, just trying to explain things, but I think it's really interesting. I got to looking at this my left ear where it looked like where I was talking about. It looks like a lion. In a way, it kind of looks like a lion, but I reviewed it again online, the video I put up, and I'm like, well, actually, it looks like a little kid peeking around the corner too. So I don't know, different perspectives of how you look at it. Have a great day, everybody. It's Hump Day. Woohoo!